Banana Island belonged to my father until the government took it away from him, Nigerian-American man claims. A Nigerian-American man, Remi Adeleke, has alleged that popular highbrow residential area in Lagos, Banana Island, belonged to his father until Nigerian government stole it from him. Remi, who is now a filmmaker in the US, made this claim while celebrating US Independence Day. In his Twitter thread, Remi said that his dad left Nigeria in his late teens to study in the UK. He said that after completing his education, which included a master's, his father moved to Nigeria where he hoped to use his wealth of experience to create a World Trade Center, African Wall Street. He stated that he lived a good life until 1987 when the Nigerian government illegally took possession of my father's assets, including his man-made island, which is now known as Banana Island. He disclosed that his father mysteriously died while fighting to recover his properties. Remi said the family went from being wealthy to poor and that his mom had to move and he and his brother to the US where they got better education and opportunities for life. But he's saying all this while celebrating American independence. Very, 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 very interesting. You see, that's the thing with social media these days. Like, I understand it as an effective tool to literally promote a narrative, give what you want out there, but what are Nigerians supposed to do with this? No, tell us. Because I feel like when you want to give information, there's a different, you can tell when somebody gives information, gives it in context, but they provide information with the essence and intention of understanding, gaining support, and actual solutions. But this person, I just believe, I'm not saying that they're lying or what they're saying is not true or not. But first of all, we don't know who he is. Secondly, you could have made this story up. And Banana Island, saying that you own Banana Island or your father owns Banana Island is it's a very big accusation. And don't get me wrong, knowing the Nigerian government and what they are capable of this. So saying the Nigerian government will illegally possess land, that's not out of their character. What is odd in this case is you also need to provide evidence, documents of land ownership, documents or even pictures at least of lawyers he worked with, how he got the lands, receipts of construction or types of works on the land. So we don't know these things, and it may well be that the Nigerian government did their way to erase all this from ever coming up to the light. But I think all this guys just saying is just for the trend. I personally think the intention, the way it's written, the way it's been showcased to us is literally just for conversation. And of course the guy is going to trend, but until we actually have concrete, because a lot of people come online not just to have useless conversations but to talk about real things. And when you know how to converse or when you know how to talk to people, I it's just not making sense. And I find it very hard to believe that this person, because if you're genuine, the way you write, it literally sounds like a perfect story. Such a perfect story. Let's look at the comment section. It's not too late to sue the government if he has got enough documented proof to support his claims. Exactly. And I'm personally tired of engaging in conversations that don't lead to anything. Like, this conversation would be productive if he provided evidence. Obviously, if he did, of course, it's sensitive information to put online. But saying, at least, saying, okay, by the way, I've also got documents to prove this. I've got documents to show that he owned this from this time to this time. I've got documents to prove. Then we know. But he's just giving a narrative. It makes your story it's ineffective. It just sounds like you want to trend. You're saying this story. Let's not focus on you. And to be honest, social media is a good tool. If he's willing to fight, if he's ready to fight, but don't just do things, aimlessly. I personally think, if he's ready to fight, he needs to let the people know, because getting all this clout and attention for what? Are you going to fight? Are you going to protest? Do you need help getting lawyers? Like, don't just bring out stories anyhow just because you want people to react and say what about the same government that we're all fighting now? We are all frustrated with, oh wow, the Nigerian government, this is this, blah blah blah. Come on. He needs to explain because he does not look like a Lagosian to me. He doesn't have to. Please, come on. His story is true. While researching Banana Island last month for Wikipedia, I found that Banana Island is actually subject to litigation, and a time might come where a government would favor the real owner. Who is the real owner? Please. I really don't. Yeah. You want them to, kill him as they killed his dad? That's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you wanted to be intentional, because claiming such a thing is not some, oh, by the way, the government stole sweets from me. Like, this is Banana Island here. We are talking investment. We are talking like 1% of the 1%. No one rents or owns a property in Banana Island for fun. It's a very exclusive. So being very exclusive, the value of the land, ownership of the land is not something you joke about. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, let's have a productive conversation on what is this man trying to achieve. If he's basically trying to achieve the land back, he needs to show, because of course something like this would get Nigerians talking. But get Nigerians talking for what? That's what we need to see. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.